You know, nothing too fancy tonight. Nothing too fancy, I find, right? It was a pretty simplistic game. They just did what they were supposed to do. You know, protected Jack. Mr. Campbell gets the big shutout. Looking good to him right here. Almost caught me off guard big time. Right? A little H2O for Jack Campbell there. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Like, can we start finally talking about how they look a little better so far this year? Can we talk about that? You know what I mean? Go Leafs, go, man. They look a little better than last year. Especially because, as we all know, everyone was so quick to tell us the only reason Toronto did so well last year was because the Northern Division was the weakest division of all time. It's so weak. Even a beer league team could be first place in that division. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we're against the rest of the folks now. And what? You know what I mean? We're against the big dogs now. And what? I think we're tied for third in the league right now. Tied for fourth in the league. With about 7 other teams or 6 other teams. But we're not Montreal. Right? We're not Ottawa. And I'm not saying that to be mean to those fan bases right now. I'm really not. This is not me trying to take a shot at you. Because it can turn around like that.
Suck it for enough.
Suck it for enough. AKA the other Canadian teams that are not doing as well. But Calgary's doing better than us. Edmonton's doing better than us right now. You know what I mean? So, no. There was not a weak division last year. There were some good teams last year. And there's some good teams in this division too. So I'm actually claiming the opposite, all right? I think we did an amazing job last season. And I think, the competition might be a little stiffer this time around. But there were some good teams last year, and you're seeing it out west. You're seeing it out west right now with Calgary and Edmonton, right? Even Vancouver's doing Winnipeg as well, too. Sorry. Winnipeg's doing well. If there was go of those teams, we could do that, too, right now. Right, Leslie? You know what I mean? But, yeah, the core fan base is back. Right? Or sorry, the core 4 is back. The fan base is still brutal sometimes. I agree with you, right? But I mean, this is it, guys. You see? This is how quickly things can turn around. All right? This is how quickly the Leafs can get right back on track before, you know what, have a great season. Now, maybe they might not. They might not. You know what I mean? That's always a possibility. It's sports. They might lose every game from here on out. You don't know. All right? But there's nothing to say that they won't keep winning the majority of their games. First time chat from viewer LOL got 8,000. Great win. I mean, that's it. That sums it up right there. It's a great win. It's just a great win. And welcome out to the channel if this is your first time, man. You're going to enjoy it here. Lots of good Leafs fans. Lots of good other people fans over here as well, too. You get a good crowd that comes out to these things, right? It's pretty live here tonight, so make some noise in the chat if you want. Hit all the things and make sure to subscribe too and get yourself a nice maple leaf beside your name there, like some of those veterans in the group right now, the vintage people. You know what I mean? Looking good with those nice maple leafs. Set off those things right there with some Go Leafs goes. You know what I mean? It's just a great win for me tonight because it's just a simplistic one. You know? They did everything right that they needed to do. It wasn't an overwhelming amount of showboating type level of elite talent. You know what I mean? And that's cool to see. Trust me, I like it. I'm not trying to knock it. Zero Instincts is also joining in for the first time here now. Hey, there we go. We got an extension on the contract for 2 months. Way to go, MVP. Yeah, re-signed. Hey, clearly Dubas is or I guess I'm the one that you're like the Dubas to me. You're re-signing me for 2 months, if you will. Right, MVP? Thanks for that. Thanks for that. Great game from Richie. Okay, as well too. So you're saying 0 instincts. Let me tell you, man. I was about to say that I hadn't really heard much from Richie. I didn't even know what to think of this guy yet. I heard him being spoken about on the radio today, and I was like, how come I haven't heard anything of this guy? You know what I mean? Nothing too major. And then he goes and he gets a pretty soft penalty. Was it soft? I don't remember. What was the penalty for? He got a penalty. It was the first time I saw him all night. Randy. Oh, the helmet thing. Good one, Randy. The helmet thing. Right? So he accidentally or whatever rips off the guy's helmet, right? And he does toss it at him. Now, I don't think he was trying to hurt him, but the point is, as a ref, you can't draw that line there. To intent? No, he either throws it at the guy or he doesn't throw it at the guy. And unfortunately, he threw it at the guy. So he should get a penalty there. And I'm like, oh, no, this is why I'm going to start noticing you now is you're going to do stupid stuff like this. And then you had a good game. You had a good game. So what the heck do I know? You know what I mean? Even I go through those roller coasters while I'm watching the game. Those ups and downs. I do it too. But the game's done. Win or lose. they're wearing blue and white, so I back them, you know? I think it was again, this is another game that can seem kind of boring if you're not really into the X's and O's kind of thing. I thought it was just a lot of shutdown plays on both sides. A lot of shutdown plays, right? They're getting their positioning down right, and then that's what leads to chances. It was two teams trying to master their positions, and I don't think if you look at the stats for tonight, I mean, Philly outshot, Philly out hit. They had some good stats going for them. Toronto out puck possession. They had more puck possession than Philly. So I mean, there's some stats on both sides that really kind of show that each team was kind of playing up their strengths today. It was just a good gladiator type battle, and then before you know it, the score got away from Philly. It happens. I wouldn't rule them out yet. You know what I mean? I wouldn't rule them out yet. And I wouldn't rule out those Canadian teams I was even saying we're down at the bottom right now. I wouldn't rule out Montreal, man. I wouldn't rule out Ottawa ever. You can never do it, man. The moment you think someone's hopeless, that's when the team all of a sudden gets life. You know what I mean? So, anyways, a pretty quick summation from me there, right? Just a nice grinded out win. You know, you're on the road, 3-0. You know, it's a beautiful score. You know, on to the next one, right? Start putting them streaks together. 2 games here, 5 games here, 3 games there. They add up over time. You throw a loss or 2 in between, you're looking good for the playoffs, right? Keep the program rolling. This is exactly it. So I hope they do, right? I hope they do. And I thought I looked at who we're up against next. Oh, I thought I did it. I thought I'd actually prepared something this time properly. I don't know. Anyways, that's what I have to say about tonight's game. Now I want to get into what you guys are talking about. There's a lot of you in the chat here tonight, so I'm eager to see what you're all saying. Thanks for coming out tonight. And remember to tell the people on YouTube later on, they're missing out big time. They got to be here. They got to be contributing, right? All right, so let's go to it.